you will get a lot of answers to your questions. And you will be different you than when you started at session 0. That is for sure. But as we say in Hindi, kunji hai. The key is, to the lock is, attend every session. Do not miss any session. That is the only qualification for all of us. Rest automatically Krishna will attract you. Because Krishna के जादू से कौन बचा नहीं? Hare Krishna. So we'll start with Kirtan. So how many of you are new? Joined first time? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. All right. So you know how to follow Kirtan? For the ones no? Okay. So I'll sing once Hare Krishna Mahamatra and then you follow. Okay? That's all it is. So. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna everybody Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि 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 बोल Hare Krishna. So, once again, we would like to welcome all of you to session 3, Gita Course ISKCON Whitefield. So, before we start Gita Course session 3, definitely let's chant one time for all of you to make it third time for Gita Course hat-trick. We call it in cricketing world. So, that itself is a huge achievement. That means Prabhuji Mataji, no sugar coated. You have inclination to Krishna consciousness. You are inquisitive. It's not a flowery thing for you. You are serious about it. Right? You are ready to sacrifice your Sunday evening programs. India-Australia match is also on, as I saw somewhere. Not easy, right? If you are a cricketing fan, to come out from there and spend time here. So, it's a tapasya, right? This is a tapasya and you are sacrificing for Krishna. So, Krishna will be very, very happy seeing your chote chote nanne kadam, small baby steps you are taking. And the baby steps are the most cutest than the adult steps. So, if you think that here I am sitting and talking and Krishna will be seeing me more, no. I am one Ghisapita person repeating the same stuff. But you are the one who have come with innocence in heart, expecting a lot from this session, right? Thinking that whatever questions I have, whatever problems I have in my life, I might get answered through these sessions. So that is, and because our base is Bhagavad Gita, so it's pure, authentic, and you are in right place. Hare Krishna. So before we start, we would go through the prayers. So Ram Mantra, let's start. Repeat after me. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So before we start, we would like to seek blessings from Srila Prabhupada.
No kids classes today because of the program.
Okay. So just a quick announcement. Today we will not be able to have kids class. Reason, because there is an important program going on in some other locality. In HAL side, so all the devotees and all the paraphernalias here are there to support that program and some other souls. So please pardon us for that. But next, sorry, Prabhuji?
Vyasasana also is there.
Okay, Vyasasana also is there, yeah. So which is good. It's in the right place. And also, but coming Sunday onwards, it will be usual. Kids class will start again. So, but then again, kids can also listen to Gita. Hare Krishna. All right, so as I said, we have to take blessing from Srila Prabhupada. Why? Because while Krishna is there sitting in Golok Vrindavan, but it takes a guru to connect us with Krishna. And who better than Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada? If you have heard his life story, you will know for the fact that how selflessly he has served the entire world. Actually, he should have got Bharat Ratna because he served selflessly, silently. Hence, he is not known much around to the folks outside the Krishna devotee world, right? He is known but not yet known to in terms of his life and his sacrifices. So as I said, Srila Prabhupada, actually, he was nicely sitting in Vrindavan, doing bhajan kirtan, doing chanting, and he could have easily gone back to Godhead. But what he did, he chose to serve us. He went to America for us. And there you know how all the kind of souls were. Hippies, we call it 1960s. They had anything but sanskaras. meat eating, intoxication, gambling, illicit relationship, drugs, anything and everything. They were pretty much expert in. And that environment, old person like Srila Prabhupada at the age of 70 went. At the age of 70, can you think at the age of 70 what you will be, what I will be? And going to America all alone by himself, without any support, no government support, no Shishya support, nothing. He just believed in his Guru's instruction, complete total surrender, complete faith. Went there and then see how it turned around. ISKCON world, when you see around the world with lakhs and lakhs of devotees out there, hundreds of temples out there, how come one person can do it? Even one company with so many CEOs cannot build that kind of an empire, which Srila Prabhupada did in the span of 10 years. That too between 70 years to 80 years, Prabhuji Mataji. So if you really want to get inspired in your bhakti, while you are attracted to Krishna, which is ultimate, you have to understand the life of Srila Prabhupada. And every politician, every celebrity vouches for him. Right? Today there are so many clips in YouTube, right from our Prime Minister of India to everybody vouches for Srila Prabhupada, how much he has done for the society. Hence, we humbly pray to Srila Prabhupada that he gives us direction to continue in our Krishna conscious journey. Hare Krishna. All right. So, Hindi? So, how many of you don't know Hindi? Raise hand. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so Hindi, English, both is okay? Comfortable? I don't want next time you don't come because class is in Hindi. My apprehension is that I could speak in Hindi, English, but I got feedback I should speak in English. Then I should speak in Hindi. So I'll try both. Please adjust on the same. But you will, if you don't understand, ask Mataji. You can. You are there in the first go. You are my teacher. So you tell me that Prabhuji, this one you didn't translate. I'm absolutely okay. Please, each one teach one. Hare Krishna. So thank you. So we know that Bhagavad Gita is the life manual for all of us. कहीं बंगला झांकने की जरूरत नहीं है. Nowhere you have to go. It is Bhagavad Gita which you have to open and read. No corporate books needed, Prabhuji Mataji. This is the ultimate book, and today you will get the little bit of more flavor of it. Why Bhagavad Gita is so important, and everything which I am going to say, I am going to associate with the shlokas which is said by Lord Krishna to Arjuna. That you agree, right? Shloka. You agree, and that's where I'll talk using those shlokas scientifically, scripturally and logically. Ingenious, right? So ये सारा headache करना पड़ेगा. Scientifically, scripturally and logically. Fun days. We need fun days. Okay, good. So moving forward. All right. So today's agenda: why do I suffer? What is the root cause of our suffering? How many of you, anyone who has not suffered in life, कोई दुख नहीं झेला है, raise hand. Huh? 0. That is like 1% also, 0.001%. Anybody who has not faced pain in their life? As I speak, still we must be paining our mind also, right? So everybody has felt the pain. That means 100% patients are here. Fantastic. So we have got a great patient throughput where 100% diseased patient have come to this center. That is one hurdle crossed. Congratulations. Moving on to the next one. Why do I suffer? हम suffer क्यों करते हैं? All right, but before that, let's quickly recap. It's important that we know what we talked about last 2 Sundays. So, happiness, all of you know, right? All of you want happiness, right? खुशी चाहिए. And then happiness comes with what? Success. When success comes, automatically this 180-degree line turns into whatever you call it, semicircle, like this success formula. And today we are going to talk about root cause of the suffering, various causes of suffering, and analysis of the causes. All right. So, source of ultimate happiness, needs of life. What was it, Prabhuji, Mataji, remember? Quickly. Very good. Physical, emotional, psychological, and Spiritual, physical, emotional, psychological, spiritual with red. Why? Because so that we remember this also. And I'm not going to get into details. So happiness can be attained even by practicing basic aspects of spiritual life. I am saying basic aspects, है ना, simple basic aspects जो कि आप सब करते हैं अपने लाइफ में. Why? Because you are all pious souls. क्या करते हैं आप? You do charity. How many of you do charity? Raise hand. है ना, दया का भाव सब में है. Charity, compassion. कोई सड़क पे पड़ा हुआ है शराब पी करके बेचारा, दया का भाव आता है, कंपैशन आता है. अरे अरे रे हुआ गए, लेकिन उठा नहीं रख सकते ना जा करके, वो हमारे ईगो के खिलाफ है. कंपैशन. ह्यूमिलिटी. ह्यूमिलिटी. सो वन ऑफ द आचार्य, वन डिवोटी asked that, Maharaj, you tell me how can I improve my humility? Then what was the answer given? You know, first of all, cultivate humility. So humility is not an easy thing to do. Okay, we think that we are humble. We are the most egoistic of the lots among the species. False ego bhara hua hai, and you will talk more about it as we fall. So humility. So these basic aspects of spirituality can give such satisfaction and pleasure. We feel goodness, right, while you do this. But it doesn't have a lasting impression. These are like symptoms, है ना, shallow level पे आपको for tinge of happiness मिलता है. But if you want permanent happiness, you want more consistent happiness, then what? We will deep dive more today. So, let's read this. You can understand how rich you are by counting how many things which you have which money cannot buy. Anything is there which money can't buy? What is it? Huh? Sleep. Good sleep. Acha. I'll give you a sleeping tablet. Have good sleep. Natural good sleep. Okay. Peace. Peace. Money cannot buy peace. Acha. I thought it can buy na with happiness. Money cannot buy. That young lady, the young age is so clear.
Eternal peace cannot be achieved.
Internal peace cannot be achieved by money. है ना? Sorry, love cannot be achieved by money. You see? So, caring also you cannot achieve by money. That means you should not be आँख बंद करके run behind money, right? Money should be there, but not to the level where you lose your happiness itself for the money. So let's deep dive here. So, you can achieve ultimate happiness by keeping Bhagavad Gita in the center. That is for sure. Now let's see this. All of us have arrogance. What is the solution for arrogance? Humility, which money cannot buy. Next, greed. All of us have greed, some level or the other, right? बच्चे का हो जाए exam में. That is also greed. So there is some extended greed. There is money greed. There is career greed. There is, but spiritual greed is okay, right? So, what is the solution of greed? Generosity. Money can buy that? No. Vengeance. बदला लेके रहूंगा, उसकी हिम्मत कैसे हुई? How dare he did that to me? Somebody in your life have felt that way? Vengeance? सासू माँ के, sorry, don't want to go to that subject. So forgiveness, right? Vengeance means forgiveness. Beautiful. So forgive and forget. That is the mantra of spirituality. Not easy to say, difficult to apply. But that is the mantra. Forgive and forget. Then only you can move forward. Else you are hung with that. Okay, hung, सपने में आएंगे, राह में चलते हुए आएंगे, सोते हुए आएंगे, जगते हुए आएंगे. You cannot have proper sleep because you are in that act of vengeance in your mind. छोड़ूंगी नहीं उसे मैं, छोड़ूंगा नहीं, है ना? Indifference. बेटा कुछ खा लो, I don't care. बेटा let's go and walk somewhere, I don't care. बेटा just please study na your career, I don't care. I don't give a dash. Remember all these lines? Indifference. Totally dry from inside. Why? Because I have Facebook, Instagram, what is that? Twitter, X, and something blah blah, right? Compassion. Money can buy this? See? I am listing these many things which money cannot buy. Next, hate. Jealousy, hate. How could you progress more than me? Even though I have money, but you are progressing more than I hate you. I hate you like hell. Prabhuji said, love. Money can buy love, genuine love, not movie wala love. Right? That movie wala love is so flowery, so shallow, or it's all like hormone, what do you call that? Agitation, nothing else. Same ladka ladki at 18, 19, 20, 21 can't live without each other. Even parents are doomed. And then same ladka ladki at the age of 60s. Have you seen them? Try it out. Right? Wo veer ghat, main tir ghat. Opposite. It's the nature. They cannot be blamed. Because they think that was the permanent happiness at bodily level. But body also goes away. Hair falls, wrinkles come, dark circle come, eyesight goes away. You cannot move anywhere fast as you progress. Then what kind of love is that? So love cannot be bought. Darkness. I have darkness in my heart. Why? Because I have faced so much of pain. Parents left me. Natural death nahi hua. Accident mein chale gaye when I was young. My girlfriend ditched me. My boyfriend ditched me. Pain, heartache, darkness. What is the solution? Light. From where you get light? Right? Important. Especially in engineering colleges or medical colleges, you'll find a lot of toote hue dils, right? First love and all that stuff. As if that, oh my God, this world was... Now you roll the clock, 10 years down the line, was it worth? Imagine you would have committed suicide for that. Was it worth committing suicide for one person? Or thinking and dedicating your life for one person as if it was Krishna? Can you imagine? But we do these foolish acts. That's because, see, in the young age we are the most energized, but we are not channelized that energy to the right direction. That can become very dangerous. It can boomerang and it can become a lethal weapon which can create crisis in the house, in the family, in the society, in the company, everywhere. So it's important that young people join spirituality more. Why? It's not for old people. Like my old relatives will say, अभी से भागवत गीता पागल हो गए हो क्या? ये सब तो रिटायरमेंट के बाद की बात है. अभी कमाओ माओ, ऐश करो. 60 plus I am going to start Gita. I have no guarantee whether I will be able to see properly or not. Such kind of adulterated food we eat these days. गाँव वाला तो खाना भी नहीं खाते हैं प्रभु जी माता जी. शहर का खाना खाते हैं. What is the guarantee that it is organic? By the way, buying organic is also so costly. I mean, can you imagine? Pure thing has a cost, impure thing has no cost. गंधर्व गिरधारी की जय, चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय, पंचतत्व की जय, नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय, षड गोस्वामी की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. So purity also has cost today. Such is the effect of Kali Yuga. How sad. So these are the things which money cannot buy. Let's move forward. Able to see? Okay. Let's quickly play one game. Very simple. You know all the yogas? Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga and Kali Yuga. Okay, tell me. In Satya Yuga, what you have to do? Guess, match the following. Very nice. Superb. Meditation on Lord Vishnu. Treta Yuga? Very good. Performing sacrifice. Dwapar Yuga? Four. Serving Krishna's lotus feet. And Kali Yuga? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Whenever chanting comes, immediately hand should go raised by default. Khat se aana chahiye. Because we are living in logical. Alright. Now success formula. Very quickly. Remember Duryodhan versus Pandavas? Yes. So Duryodhan was involved what in? Organization and expertise. And Pandavas was involved in? What was the sign of victory for them? Krishna, okay, presence of Krishna. What else? Hanuman, presence of positive devotee, pure devotee, and then 2, 3, Dharm Kshetra, which is your home should be clean, auspicious, holy place. Very nice. Environment, auspicious, regular worship, chanting Lord's name, cleanliness is next to godliness, and Lakshmi ji will stay where? So जिन्होंने अपने घर में सिर्फ लक्ष्मी जी रखी है, चंचला Lakshmi could run away any time. So better keep Krishna, then Lakshmi will automatically follow. Good. So that was the recap from the previous sessions, which is important so that we can connect better. Now we will move on to, somebody asked in the beginning of the class, what is the cause of suffering? है ना? कितना प्यारा चेहरा है. Can you see how दुखद चेहरा it is? The person is suffering. Okay. But the point is, we have a smile on the face, but behind the masked face, there is always a sorrow face, isn't it? How many of you feel that way? Raise hand. Acting करनी पड़ती है ना दुनिया में. We are beautiful actors. Stage is there and we are actors. We act in such a nice way. Even in devotee circle also, we say Hare Krishna, how is your Prabhuji? All good, Prabhuji. Really? You are good? You are happy? We are lying. We are anything but happy. Alright, so what's the cause of our suffering? Attachment. Attachment to temporary things is one of the cause of suffering. What is next? Attitude of comparison. Tulna karna, tulnatmak adhyan. That is another cause of suffering. Ring is there plus suffering, right? That's also one cause of suffering. Maybe, maybe not. Hare Krishna. Fear of failure. Now, this makes us keep working very hard, day in and day out. What if I am fired? What if I am fired? Right? Fear of failure. What if I don't compete? I have to work very hard. Cause of suffering. Committing wrong acts. Obviously, committing sins. पाप करते हैं ना हम लोग, मारते हैं, पीटते हैं, मर्डर करते हैं, चोरी करते हैं. Cause of suffering. So today, Prabhuji Mataji, we are going to focus on what? Attachment. You know? Attachment, which is very important. Knot. Have you seen that knot which is there? वो खुलता नहीं है. We are attached actually, unable to take it out. So attached. Let's deep dive, double click on this. What is this? Okay, cause of suffering, attachment. Let's give one example and let's have a bit of interaction here. So you know, suppose if you are given a money, right, some loan, somebody gives you money and then after 1 month you give back the money. Do you feel anything about it? किसी का पैसा था, मिला, वापस कर दिए, right? No problem. Suppose you had a money in the locker, some thief came and stole it in ACS layout, right? How you feel? Same money came and went, but you feel bad. You are attached to that. मेहनत की कमाई थी. I'll give another famous example and quickly. How many of you have new cars or cars? Okay, anybody has bought recently? Mataji has bought recently. Okay. What do you think of this picture? मतलब ये सीन ऐसा है कि इस पे तो if I go to police station I might find cause of divorce is this also, right? You were talking to me constantly, I was driving, hence this scratch happened. Told you to shut your mouth. Can't chatterbox, always keep chatting. See this scratch, 9 lakh, 15 lakh, 20 lakh car we buy, and that's Bangalore is famous for this, right? You can't escape. It's like shagun, nazar, chashme baddur, tak. एक कार में तो स्क्रैच पड़ना ही चाहिए. नहीं पड़ा तो आप you are not taking out car out of the garage, correct? That's the thing. So when scratch comes, what happens to you that day? Showroom से you have taken out car and scratch. रात को नींद आती है ठीक से? Actually, when I had experienced this in the beginning, morning, night 12 o'clock I used to go. That time mobile was not of this level. Torch से जाकर के, how much scratch is this? चला जाए किसी तरह. Why me? Attachment. But same car after 20 years, 1000 chashme baddur comes. So yeah, victory. Anyway, I have to sell it. What's the victory? Attachment. Associate with Arjuna quickly. So Arjuna's first argument was, how can I punish my own family members? Krishna, attachment. How can I punish my Dadaji, Nanaji, my cousin brothers, my guru? दिमाग मेरा खराब हो गया है, how can I do that? Now Krishna's instruction started with what? He started to make Arjuna understand what is temporary, and you have to act on the platform which is permanent. Is car permanent? Is that money permanent? But we invest our head so much there thinking that it's permanent, and we get into pain. Now, this brings us to the interesting subject of body and soul, which is the core of today's session, Prabhuji Mataji. Right? Core. And when you will leave this session, please attentively hear. It could be technical, but it's important. It has been made simple for all of you. When you come out of this session, you will understand a different you than what you are. If you are sincerely hearing, it's a good place to sleep also, by the way. So, body and soul, this is nicely given in Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 in a summary form. Okay, if you are reading, then you will find this very much there. So, Arjuna actually was giving justification for his depression and attachment. I will give acronym of REDS here. What does REDS mean? Arjuna was telling that he had compassion for his family members. It's a right logic, right? In material world, why should I fight? Second is, if everybody dies in Kurukshetra, whom I will enjoy with? लाशों पे खड़े होके enjoy करूंगा मैं. Third is, if people die in the Kurukshetra, lot of females and ladies will become widows, and then they will be unprotected. Then there will be destruction of family tradition, where children will be born which will be illegal. Society will get doomed. What is the use of such kind of a yuddha, O Krishna? And if I kill my Bhishma Pitama, then sinful reaction will come to me. Now you are thinking, right, Arjuna is right. Right? But how Krishna brainwashed him? Important part to hear. And Arjuna was right, thinking of certain platform, which he thought was sort of permanent. He was attached. Let's quickly go to next. So is attachment wrong? Yes or no? Mataji's? Attachment is not wrong. Prabhuji's? Yes or no? Without attachment there is no human value. Yeah? See, sometimes in some of the tapasyas we say we should be desireless. That itself is a desire. We should be desireless. Right? So we are conflicting ourselves. Obviously, for anything you want to achieve, you have to have attachment for sure. Anything you want to achieve. That is important. So answer you rightly said is no. Without attachment, we cannot prosper in any domain. Correct? How can I be without any attachment is a good question. But still, attachment, what is the problem? As we said very emphatically, attachment is, if we attach to temporary things, Prabhuji Mataji, that is the cause of suffering. Now I am going to say one big thing. Easy to say, difficult to execute, but in this Vyasa session I have to speak, I am speaking. I have also to improve. We sometimes get very much attached to our, say, wife, husband, children. And that also becomes cause of our suffering. If children is bad, I don't have to explain. If children are good, and if you are living in Bangalore and they have to go to US, won't you suffer? Good may suffer, bad may be suffer. Because, and God forbid if somebody goes from this world, is there a guarantee that nobody will go from this world whom you are taking care of? Won't you suffer? Isn't that temporary? Now mind you, that doesn't mean that you don't have to perform your duties. But who is the leader? Leaders, genuine leaders in the company or actually in our society, who are the leaders? Leaders are those who stay without bending hither or thither in any circumstances. Sita Pragya. I'm not using that word right now, but good Prabhuji. Sita Pragya means that you are detached. Then you can perform better with your son, daughter, husband, because you are emotionally not attached. when you are emotionally attached, your decision making goes blur. कहते हैं ना वो. और कभी कभी क्या होता है, इतने झगड़े बढ़ जाते हैं फ्रेंड्स के बीच में, हस्बैंड वाइफ, ऑफिस के बीच में, कलीग्स के बीच में, कि मुंह से ऐसे शब्द निकलते हैं जो कि मैं बोल कैसे रहा हूँ, आप बोल रहे हैं. आई शुड नॉट स्पीक दिस एंड यू आर स्पीकिंग. गाली नहीं देना, दे रहे हैं. लाइक व्हाट एम आई डूइंग, माई रिलेशनशिप विल गेट स्पॉइल्ड, बट आई एम नॉट एबल टू स्टॉप माई सेल्फ. आई एम स्पीकिंग बिकॉज आई एम अटैच्ड टू दैट टॉपिक, अटैच्ड टू दैट पर्सन. इफ सम पर्सन आई एम टू अटैच्ड, यू नो, जिंदगी भर हम बात नहीं करते हैं. पता है आपको, कुछ ऐसा हुआ आपके साथ? आई विल नेवर टॉक टू यू इन माई लाइफ. व्हाई? Because we are so super attached, that attachment led to this kind of a devastating decision. Nobody is so important in the life that you don't talk to him for the entire life, by the way. Right? Everybody, nobody is that important. We have to have the ability to forgive, no matter what. Not easy to do, but that's the Krishna conscious journey. Moving forward quickly. All right. So again, another example, Prabhuji, Mataji, metro. I heard tomorrow metro is getting fully connected, hopefully. So you go and take metro seat. When you come out of the train, do you start thinking about like, oh, मेरा seat कौन ले लिया होगा? Who must have taken that seat? I don't know how many scratches in that seat. Yeah. Tomorrow will I get that seat again when I go back to that metro train? Oh God, do you think that way? You just sit, get up, move, forget. Something like that with body also, Prabhuji, Mataji. Right? It's like a seat. If you get attached to this body, then your progress you will become a, what do you call that, seat man in the train, huh? Taking care of seats only. So, what it says, seat is temporary, we sat on it, we are out. Similarly, deha, body is also temporary. Body is temporary or not? Prabhuji, you have taken that अमरोसिया, अमृत आप लिए हैं क्या, जिससे आप आजीवन अमर रहेंगे? नो नो, स्पेक्ट्स वाले, स्पेक्ट टू स्पेक्ट्स. आप जाएंगे या यहीं रहेंगे? हाँ, कुछ तो कीजिए कि यहाँ रह जाएं. इतना मेहनत करके बचपन से लेकर आज तक पढ़ा लिखा है, यहाँ तक पहुँचे, आप चले जाएंगे? हरे कृष्णा. कुछ माता जी, कुछ एनी सॉल्यूशन वेयर वी कैन स्टे फॉर एवर हियर? बैंक बैलेंस, हस्बैंड वाइफ, सो मच रिलेशन, सो मच अर्निंग. हु हैज competed in engineering colleges? Raise hand. My God, so much hard work you have done. You will leave this body, Mataji. Do, for God's sake, do something to stay, na? Can't? Temporary. देहा is temporary. मर रहे हैं देहा के पीछे हम लोग. इसी घिसी पीटी देहा के पीछे मरे जा रहे हैं. 18 साल का यौवन, 25 साल का जोश, 35 साल का मैच्योरिटी, 45 साल में बीमारी प्लस मैच्योरिटी, 60 साल में बीमारी. इसी को लेकर हम लोग पकड़ के बैठे हुए हैं. भागे जा रहे हैं मिठाई की दुकान में खाने. Running behind sweet shop, to eat sweets, right? Somehow I am young, I can have today pav bhaji. Today, what is that? Burger. In young age, 2 burgers a day. At the age of 60, half a burger. And 65, no burger, only ubla hua carrot. And so much money in the bank, can't eat. Sorry, Prabhuji. What kind of life is this? And we are running behind this deha. Deep dive more. Let's see. Who is this person? Guess. Very nice. Your history is strong. Congratulations. Thank you, Prabhuji. Good guess. But most of you couldn't guess, right? 1 or 2% could guess. See this. I'll show you the order. He is none other than Mahatma Gandhi. Look at him. Young age, adulthood, with mustache, 45, 50, 60 plus. Now, Prabhuji Mataji, let me tell you one thing more about this deha. Took this celebrity's example. Why? Because see, a child when he is born, you Google, you will find that his body contains 300 bones, right? Because it's all disjointed. And as you grow into adulthood, number of bones reduced to 206 because the bone starts fusing, right? Cells. Every 7-8 years, entire cells of the body dies and gets replenished by new cells. So actually, in this so-called life also, it is not the same body. स्मृतियां रहती हैं बचपन की, लेकिन बॉडी वैसा रहता है क्या? It changes. So metamorphosis is happening continuously. The body keeps changing, right? And this is the proof. Look at young Mahatma Gandhi and old Mahatma Gandhi. Do you see the difference?
Yes.
If I dare to ask, look at young you and old you. Prabhuji, not me. I'll stay young. What are you saying? Thanks to cosmetics, it will be all okay. Nothing to worry. But we will all grow old. Wrinkles will come. Actually, I was joking to my family. I was saying that time when once Corona was there. So I got very skeptical. I got inquisitive. I asked, this Corona is there. Suddenly all the shops are closed. I am very worried about Matajis. What about hair dyes and all? If they don't get on time, entire Bangalore will look grey. By the way, nobody talked about this news, but this was again dimag ki badmashi. So point is that we keep hiding ourselves behind all these cosmetics and all, be it gents, be it ladies, thinking that we are young. Actually, sometimes I notice that the 50s Prabhujis and Matajis hair are much darker than the 20s ones. I'm like, wow, what a natural. Right? So the fact remains that we are trying to look young ever after, which we will not be able to. All right. So associating with Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, shloka number 13. Repeat after me. Very important shloka. Deyo asmin yatha dehe kaumaran yavanam jara tatha dehantara praptir dhiras tatra namuhyati. What it says? Krishna is saying, as the embodied soul continuously passes in this body from the boyhood to the youth to the old age, the soul similarly passes from one body to another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change. Prabhuji said, Sthita Pragya. मौत भी आ जाए तो घबराने का नहीं, कृष्ण बोल रहे हैं. Sober person is not bewildered. And Krishna is saying, body keeps on changing from youth to old age. And after also, Nirantar, it keeps changing. Anybody can challenge that now? If body keeps changing, then what remains permanent? We'll deep dive more. Soul it is. But we say soul, लेकिन एक चूटी काटते हैं ना, when you pinch, you are so attached to body. Right? Fire, little flame comes, attached to body. Right? If you slip on the staircase, attached to body, ouch. We say soul, but we believe we are all body. Right? It's hard to believe that we are soul, while logically we think so. Okay, so as I said, we'll understand about spirit soul scripturally, logically and scientifically. Moving forward quickly. Very important diagram, Prabhuji Mataji. Please be attentive. Okay? So, you will get a lot of answers here. First and foremost, we have a gross body. ये जो दिख रहा है ना, देहा. This you can see, hand, leg. And then we have a subtle body, which actually comprises of mind, intelligence and false ego. Subtle. दिखता नहीं है, hence it's called subtle. And then there is soul. Right? Soul. Soul is called Dehi. The possessor of the body is soul. And Deha is the body. Right? So entire what you see your body comprises of these three layers. Clear? We'll deep dive further. And again Krishna talks about it. Look at this. When we say transmigration of soul, what happens is that soul with subtle body, when the person dies, takes off. You know body remains there only, right? Body doesn't go. But soul with subtle body takes off, and based on your karma, there is another gross body which is waiting for you. And what happens? The soul with subtle body enters that, takes that new body, which could be anything among the 84 lakh species. As I said before, yeast, amoeba, algae, dog, cat, hog, wild boar. What is your favorite one? Oh, if you like eating non-veg, you will become a leopard, jaguar, lion, tiger. मजे लीजिए जिंदगी के, खाते रहिए फ्लैश आजीवन. If you are very attached to something, Krishna is very merciful to give you that. If you are attached to wealth, है ना, जैसे प्रभु जी बहुत मेहनत करके कमाए स्टार्टअप से, पूरा एकदम मतलब तिजोरी भर लिए, एंड देन बट ही इज नॉट एबल टू लीव दैट वेल्थ, तो अगले जन्म में सांप बनेंगे और कुंडली मार के बैठेंगे और इनके सुपुत्र आएंगे डंडे से उनको भगा देंगे. बिकॉज बट अटैच्ड, आई हैव टू प्रोटेक्ट माई वेल्थ. इफ आई हैव पॉइजन आई कैन मार करके प्रोटेक्ट कर सकता हूँ. अटैच्ड. सो कर्मा इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. what you do, what you don't do, है ना. So this is how the soul transmigration happens. Clear till now? अभी तो पार्टी शुरू हुई है. We'll continue more. Let's see. Now proving very important shloka. Please repeat after me. Krishna says, Bhumir apo analo vayu kham mano buddhir aivacha ahankara iti yamme भिन्ना प्राकृतिर अस्तदा. Very quickly, Prabhuji Mataji, I'll just take little time on the pronunciation of shloka. Very simple, English especially. If you see na, in you see dash on the top, bhumir. That means you have to say oo, bhu. That's how it is. In a, upar you see dash. That means it's not a, it's a, apo, not apo. You will say apo by default English, but it's apo. Then you have comma at the top, nalo, then it's annalo, not nalo. What is it? Annalo. It's beautiful, right? And then vayu nahi, vayu, because a with dash. So that's how we have to read shloka. Coming to the translation. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence and false ego, all together, these 8 consecutive is my separate material energies. So Krishna is telling very clearly there are 8 elements, Prabhuji Mataji. And earth, water, fire, ether, air. Now I used to get confused what is ether. And वो chemistry का compound है क्या? Ether. Ether is space. Very good. Space. Stomach में भी ether होता है. We have spaces in the stomach, है ना? जहाँ पे भी gases बनते हैं. Yes.
Ether is a kind of a space where there is nothing, not even air.
Vacuum. Very nice. Yes. So space. So all this comprises and makes actually what? Gross body. So your body, Prabhuji Mataji, what you see comprises of these 5 elements. Clear? And subtle body comprises of mind, intelligence and false ego. Clear? Now we will take more deep dive on it. So very quickly, soul is actually the superior energy. The subtle body and the gross body is the material energy. So the subtle body and gross body is the material energy, it goes away. Subtle body moves from one body to another, but soul is permanent because it's a superior energy of the Lord. It's not the inferior energy, and that is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, which we will quote. So how you should understand this, gross body is actually the external jacket which you wear. Okay? Subtle body is internal jacket, but in that it's only jacket, cloth ही है वो. उसमें हमें डूबना नहीं है. Oh my jacket, oh my internal jacket, I cannot leave this jacket forever. This is my jacket. No. In that it's a cloth. Now we talk about mind and intelligence, which is subtle body. Let's understand this. I mean, Prabhuji Prasadam, I am not at that level. Suddenly my mind wavered. Okay. Kala jamun, gulab jamun. Okay. All right. So imagine this, Prabhuji Mataji. This Mr. John Doe, और जो भी प्रभु जी हैं, इनको मेजर डायबिटीज है. You know how diabetes is, right? All of you are aware of diabetes. He went to a marriage party, and after crossing all the prasadam, his nazar went to succulent, sumptuous gulab jamun. Now his mind said, यार खा ले, फ्री का है. आजकल 40 रुपीस पर गुलाब जामुन है, मजे ले ले जिंदगी के बेटा, खा ले. Mind says that na. Intelligence says, don't. You are diabetic. Doctor has clearly told you not to do that. Mind, intelligence, mind. Have you noticed? These days what happens? Mind is more taken over intelligence. Hence so many restaurants outside. We are the ones who are responsible for the beautiful businesses out there. क्या बोलते हैं उसको प्रभु जी? पदम पदम रेस्टोरेंट. पदम पदम यत विपदम नदेश्वर बोलते हैं. मतलब but यहाँ है पदम पदम रेस्टोरेंट. I mean like what kind of restaurants you don't have in ACS level? It's crazy. And it's building, building and building only. To lure you, right? Neutralize your intelligence. Lure your mind towards this sumptuous food. That is the key. So it's about mind and intelligence at the subtle body level. So what Krishna says, repeat after me, Bhagavad Gita chapter 7, shloka number 5. Aparayam itastva anyam prakritim vidhi me param jiva bhuta mahabaho yaedam dharyate jagat. Now Krishna is saying about soul here, Prabhuji Mataji, listen carefully. Beside these, O mighty armed Arjuna, there is another superior energy of mind which comprises the living entities who are exploiting the resources of this material inferior nature. लिविंग एंटिटी में एक सुपीरियर एनर्जी है जो मटेरियल नेचर को एक्सप्लॉइट कर रहा है. कृष्णा उस समय बोले, हाँ, एसोसिएट कर रहे हैं. यहां हम लोग कुछ बना के नहीं बोल रहे हैं. यू आर कनेक्टिंग विद गीता, सो अंडरस्टैंडिंग सोल इज देयर, राइट? कृष्णा इज टेलिंग, बट व्हेन यू गो आउट ओनली बॉडी इज देयर एंड स्टार्ट ईटिंग गुलाब जामुन. हाँ, ऑल राइट. Very nice standard diagram which in ISKCON we keep showing, Prabhuji Mataji. And please, how many of you have done horse riding? Raise hand. Very nice. Then you will associate. We see here 5 horses, Prabhuji Mataji. Okay? 5 horses are representing the senses. And what are those senses? Eye, nose, ear, tongue and touch. 5. सेंसेस. आंख क्या देखता है उससे पता चलता है सेंस कंट्रोल में रहेगा या नहीं. व्हाट द आई सीज. इफ यू सी बैड थिंग्स, व्हाट हैपन्स, राइट? इफ यू सी गुड थिंग्स, व्हाट हैपन्स? नोज, बैड स्मेल, गुड स्मेल, मूड चेंज होता है. ईयर, गाली सुनते हैं या हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र सुनते हैं, डिफरेंस पता चलता है ना? टच, व्हाट यू आर टचिंग. भगवान का दिया टच करके आरती दिखा रहे हैं या बैड टच कर रहे हैं, डिफरेंस पता चलता है. आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल सेंस, इन कंट्रोल सेंस. सो इफ यू सी दिस 5 हॉर्सेस, प्रभुजी माता जी, दिस सेंसेस हैव टू बी कंट्रोल्ड एंड इट्स कंट्रोल्ड बाय रेंज, है ना? लगाम बोलते हैं हिंदी में. एंड दैट रेंज रिप्रेजेंट्स व्हाट, यू नो? Mind. Let me give you another animated form of this. Now you'll understand better. So 5 horses are senses, reins are mind, and that mind is held by intelligence. Imagine this, that intelligence leaves the reins. That is the mind. Then what will happen to 5 senses? यहाँ वहाँ जहाँ तहाँ, यहाँ वहाँ जहाँ तहाँ बर्गर और गुलाब जामुन, है ना? अमेरिकन्स बोलेंगे गुलाब जामुन, राइट? गुलाब जामुन आपको दिखेंगे. सो सेंसेस हैव टू बी इन कंट्रोल. सो दैट मीन्स यू हैव टू यूज इंटेलिजेंस टू कंट्रोल माइंड, विच इन टर्न विल कंट्रोल senses. If you don't do that, what happens? A person who is sitting on that chariot is representing who? Soul. An entire chariot is what? Body. You are getting it? That soul gets into anxiety if the horses are going hither and thither. Isn't it? माता जी, आप हॉर्स राइडिंग की है ना? अगर लगाम छोड़ देंगी तो फिर क्या होगा आपको? Please, have to pull it back, right? So it's not easy. Clear? Getting it? Must be thinking, really? Soul, body? Acha? I don't know, Prabhuji, it's right or not, but Gita says so. Krishna says so through shloka. It has to be right. That is the base. That is the authenticity. Now, important part. False ego, which I also didn't understood when I came here in the beginning. I'll read this, and false ego is important. You will all associate with this. False ego is one which makes us forget we are soul. But we always think ourselves as body. That is false ego. Like, I think I am body and I am doing, as I explained in the beginning, for body I am doing everything. Not accepting the truth. It is difficult to give up certain things in our life. Above, the person is in a very difficult situation, hanging onto the branch of the tree on a cliff, and he is being offered help by the hand of association of devotees. आइए प्रभु जी, हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र कर लीजिए, पकड़िए मेरा हाथ, छोड़िए अपने false ego को. You are not body, you are soul. But he is holding on to his ego. मैं नहीं आने वाला भक्ति सेंटर. I am not going to come. प्रभु जी, no, I cannot come to this bhakti. Why? इतना पढ़ाई लिखाई मेहनत कमाई सब करके, इतना कुछ बच्चे पति सब करके, प्रभु जी अब ये नहीं होगा इस जन्म में, मुश्किल है. ईगो, बॉडी पकड़ के बैठना है मुझे. वही आपको बाद में धोखा देगा, वही बच्चे धोखा देंगे. बच्चे बुरे नहीं है, समय बुरा है, कलयुग. अगर बच्चे बुरे नहीं होंगे तो फिर बॉडीली लेवल पे कष्ट पहुंचा देंगे, बीमार पड़ जाएंगे. अगर वो भी नहीं होगा तो कुछ और हो जाएगा, उनकी वाइफ आ जाएगी, कुछ भी हो सकता है. डू यू हैव कंट्रोल ऑन ऑल दैट प्रभु जी, माता जी? अच्छी बहू? नो. अच्छा हस्बैंड? नहीं. इस पे तो सब कृष्ण का है, जो प्रभु जी हो जाए, उस पर कहाँ कंट्रोल है. बस पूजा पाठ करते हैं, अच्छी बहू ही मिले, अच्छा हस्बैंड ही मिले मेरे बच्चों को, बस यही कंट्रोल है. नहीं. सो वी शुड नॉट बी हंग टू आवर ईगो. कृष्णा हैज मेड हिमसेल्फ अवेलेबल विद इन एंड विदाउट. Within as Paramatma, that is Paramatma in the heart, Krishna watches us, and without in the form of association of devotees, scriptures, Bhagavad Gita. But due to our false ego, we are not prioritizing our spiritual life. ठीक है? So quickly, again, another shloka, what Krishna says, please repeat after me. Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya नवानि गृणाति नरोपराणि तथा शस्त्राणि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि संयत्याति नवानि देहि. भागवत गीता चैप्टर 2 श्लोका नंबर 2. प्रभु जी माता जी क्या कर रहे हैं? कृष्णा इज सेइंग, एज अ पर्सन पुट्स ऑन न्यू गारमेंट्स, गिविंग अप ओल्ड ones, the soul similarly accepts the new material body, giving up the old and the useless one. Verbatim, line by line, ditto. Hence proven soul is there. Any questions on this? Krishna is saying this in chapter 2 Bhagavad Gita, shloka number 2. What we talked about. Look at this. Let's repeat another shloka, then we'll deep dive another activity. I know activity creates juices to stay awake and not yawn. ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे कि कौन सी थी वो, हनुमान जी को कौन सी राक्षसी मिली थी, ऐसे करके ने मुंह खोल दिया था. So not that I am saying all of you are sursa here, but I see a lot of open mouths. Sursa. All of us have sursa inside, by the way. Okay, so let's repeat after me. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hriddeshe arjuna tishtati brahmayam sarva bhutani yatra rudhani mayaya. The Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart, O Arjuna, and is directing the wanderings of all living entities who are seated as on a machine made of the material energy. Let's deep dive on this shloka. Human body versus car. Let some queries to you. Analogy. Headlight of the car. In human body, what it represents? All right. Tires of the car. Entire car. Okay. Fuel of the car. Food. Right? Food. Driver of the car. Driver of the car. माइंड पे छोड़ देंगे गाड़ी को? इंटेलिजेंस. Driver of the car is soul, right? Driver of the car, soul is sitting in that body, है ना? So you can associate that way. So Krishna is saying that this body is like a yantra, machine. In this machine, the superior energy, soul is sitting, right? He is calling out that way. So the cause of suffering is body, which is destructible. अगर आप body से attach होंगे, if it's destructible, then you will feel pain. It changes like the clothes, proved through shloka, and it's like a vehicle, as we explained. Now another shloka, please. Chapter 2, shloka number 18. Repeat after me. Antavanta ime deha nityashyokta sharirana anasinu apremeyasya tasmad yudyasva bharata. The material body of the indestructible, immeasurable and eternal living entity is sure to come to an end. Therefore fight, O descendant of Bharata. कृष्णा बोल रहे हैं ये मटेरियल बॉडी एंड हो जाएगा, चाहे भीष्म पितामह हो, if it's द्रोणाचार्य or any cousin brothers. So no use of lamenting on that body. Leave it aside and fight. Do your duty, O Arjuna. Right? So Krishna is calling out that way. कितने प्यारे हैं कृष्ण, साइंटिफिकली, लॉजिकली, स्क्रिप्चुरली कितने अच्छे से समझा रहे हैं हम लोग को. हम लोग क्या करते हैं? वो सब तो ठीक है प्रभु जी, गुलाब जामुन है उसके प्रसाद. अभी प्रभु जी ये सब सन्यासियों के लिए है, मैं कहाँ प्रभु जी. प्रभु जी सेशन तो मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है, लेकिन आप जो बोल रहे हैं पता नहीं. राइट? एंड देन वी लिव इट एज इट इज, एंड वी लिव लाइक लाइफ ऑफ कैट्स एंड डॉग्स. Eating, sleeping, mating and defending. Our 4 great traits as a human being. Dogs को देखें ना आप लोग. Eating, actually dogs and birds ना, they eat only that much which is required. We as human what do? अच्छा 2 पराठा सर्व कर दो, 2 पराठा पैक भी कर दो यार, 2 पराठा उनके भी कर दो, और 4 पराठा ये कर दो, कल के लिए भी पता नहीं कल ब्रेकफास्ट में बने ना बने. So let's have like 10 पराठास. है जी? क्या बोलते हो जी? है जी? 10 parathas please. Okay. Yeah. Eating, sleeping. नींद कितना प्यारा है सबको ना. संडे मत उठाना यार, कम से कम नहीं तो 10 बजे तक सोऊंगी मैं. 6 दिन काम करके खट गई हूँ मैं, 10 बजे तक सोना है मुझे. आज तुम बनाओगे खाना, मैं नहीं बनाने वाली. सुनने को मिलता है बैंगलोर में. यू हियर अ लॉट, राइट? एंड देन मेटिंग. Dogs can do anywhere, any relationship, and humans are also running behind us and defending. Territorial defense. तेरा मेरा, मेरा तेरा. Right? ये विभाजन होगा. This division will happen. This is your side, this is my side. The brothers fight, the sisters fight, parent and son fight these days. What is the difference between me and dog then? Do you want to live your life like this and die? Oh, by the way, sorry. Of course. You are living sophisticated life. You will die in concrete jungle. Dogs will die on street. Sorry if I offended you. Pardon me. What else is the difference we are making out of this human form of body? Prabhuji, I have crore, you have lakhs. Okay. You are superior, I am inferior. Then you can take this to the next birth. Food of thought, Prabhuji Mataji. So this mind will come when you go back to your association of the house where there are non-devotees. पागल हो गए हो? अटेंड कर लिए हो गया, क्या ब्रह्मचारी बनने का विचार है? हैं? पंडित बन रहे हो क्या? कल चलो मॉल. बहुत हो गया ये सब. यूज योर इंटेलिजेंस. गो टू मॉल ऑल्सो. सपोर्ट फैमिली. बट व्हेन he or she comes and sleeps, open Bhagavad Gita, read, start chanting चुपके से. Right? Start, because everybody has hobby ना. You cultivate this hobby, what's the big deal? But not on the expense of family. That's our duty to, like Arjuna's duty was to fight, our duty is to keep our family happy. Whether devotees or non-devotees doesn't matter. That is our duty. But with that also we can be attached to Krishna and we can become a better human being. So anybody is skeptical that no, if I do all this, I have to leave family, I have to get detached. No. Relationship में सुदृढ़ता आएगी. पति पत्नी का relationship और मजबूत होगा when Krishna is in the center. Right? बच्चों में संस्कार आएगा when Krishna is in the center. है ना? ऑफिस में काम अच्छा करके फोकस करोगे when कृष्णा इज इन द सेंटर, फायदा ही फायदा है, छोड़िए मत, आ जाइए, आप सब आ जाइए, फायदा ही फायदा है। वो कॉर्पोरेट कंपनीज का तो नाम नहीं लूंगा, कॉर्पोरेट ट्रेनिंग जितना भी करते हैं 20-20 हज़ार रुपए देते हैं, 20,000 रुपीज यू गिव एंड ऑल दैट एंड नथिंग यू गेन, यू फॉरगेट आफ्टर 1 week, hard to apply. But here in Bhagavad Gita you will have chance to apply permanently. Interest of time, we'll move fast. Okay, so important thing is, please repeat after me. Nainam chidanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavaka, na chainam kleda yanti apo, na shoshyati maruta. See, this is the ultimate, which Krishna said. Soul cannot be cut into pieces by any weapon. Scud missile, Patriot missile, which missile? Any missile. It cannot be burned in fire, it cannot be moistened by water, nor withered by the wind. Prabhuji Mataji, soul is permanent. Invest on soul, which is permanent. Krishna is saying that very clearly in Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, shloka number 23. And again, in the interest of time, I will move fast. This individual soul is unbreakable, insoluble, can neither be burned nor dried, everlasting, present everywhere, unchangeable, immovable, eternally the same. ऐसे आदमी को दोस्त बनाना पसंद नहीं करेंगे आप? जो परमानेंट है, जो आपका शुभ चिंतक है, योर वेल विशर. Won't you like to make friend, Mataji, with this kind of person which is called Mr. Soul? Or you want to make friend with body which will wither and tither at one point of time and ditch you? Right? Food of thought. Okay, very quickly, another activity. What do you call it? Whose hand? Whose hand? My hand? What is this? Whose eyes? Your eyes. And if your eyes, then my eyes. What is this? My nose. My? Then who am I? Where is it? Somebody was taking session in on Zoom, and when they said where is soul, then they said like see, my hand, my body, my eyes. बोल ही नहीं रहे हैं कि this is me. मुंह में ही नहीं आता आपके. All of you are already preaching amazingly, unknowingly. Moving on quickly to next one. How do we communicate a person who is dead? Hindi, English, both I will use. How we communicate? क्या बकवास कर रहे हैं आप? बॉडी तो यहीं पड़ी हुई है. कौन नहीं रहे? देह का अंत हो गया, लेकिन देह तो वही है, अंत कैसे हो गया? बाय द वे, आजकल तो आप उसमें से किडनी, आईज निकाल करके वर्किंग बॉडी फिर में डाल सकते, तो देह का अंत तो नहीं हुआ. प्राण क्या होता है? कहाँ चले गए? एसीएस लेआउट में ब्रुकफील्ड क्रॉस नंबर क्या? कहाँ चला गया प्राण? वो इस दुनिया में नहीं रहे, बॉडी वहीं पड़ी हुई है. वो स्वर्ग सिधार गए. कौन स्वर्ग सिधार गए? मेरे को बचपन से समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. कौन स्वर्ग सिधार गए? बॉडी तो वहीं है, इंटैक्ट. प्रभु जी, वो तो गीता पढ़ने के बाद ना, मुंह से बोलते रहते हैं हम लोग, गीता नहीं पढ़े हैं, लेकिन बॉडी से अटैच्ड है. वो इस दुनिया से चले गए. वो क्या बोलते हैं? स्वर्ग सिधार. वो मौत के घाट उतर गए. कौन सा मौत, कौन सा घाट, कहां उतरे, कौन उतर गए, कौन से स्टेशन पे उतर गए? सो बेसिकली we are saying, how do we call a person when he is dead? His body is no more, right?
Medically, death is declared when heart stops. As per medical, death is declared when circulation stops.
You are a doctor?
No, I'm not a doctor.
Okay.
I have read it somewhere.
Okay.
That medically, somebody claims that if the
Heart stops, then its body is dead.
circulation stops, then slowly, gradually, all parts of the body.
But when the heart stops, after that, eyes are still can be used by other body, isn't it? Then how come it's stopped medically?
Before
There are a lot of kalis, but medically, typically, ye kali, wo kali, right? But all these kalis are very temporary in nature.
I mean, even when somebody is alive, somebody gets blind or deaf or dumb, he's still alive. Hand gets cut,
Yes,
leg gets cut,
agreed.
still alive. But
Yeah.
when heart stops, then he dies.
But I'll tell you one story which will be very interesting. If you can wait for another 5 minutes, Mate, that will clear your doubts. So, when we say wo nahi rahe, so what is missing then? Question is, what is missing? Consciousness is the symptom of the soul which is missing. Chetana. Chetana. Body is like shithil. Pada hua hai. There is no movement. So the consciousness was something which was triggering the body to move, which is symptom of the soul. Are you understanding? And that went missing. Hence the body went in unstable state. So very quickly, do you think reincarnation is true or false? अब soul है तो true बोलेंगे ही, है ना? Reincarnation is actually scientific. So there was a doctor, professor actually, his name was Jan Stevenson. He has researched on Prabhuji Mataji 3,000 reincarnations. How many? 3,000. And one of it, and he is professor from University of Virginia, very learned person. Our own in India, and then Prabhuji 2 minutes I'll take and then I'll wrap it up. Our own person in India, one person's name was Deep Agarwal. Okay, he is still there in Mumbai living. And when he was 3-year-old, Prabhuji Mataji, one of the ISKCON devotees had a meeting with him and he told, and in YouTube also you'll find. When he was 3-year-old, he was a Hindi speaking person, वो हिंदी बोलते थे, है ना? तो one day parents saw him, suddenly he was speaking Marwari. Then they thought, TV देख रहा होगा, उससे कुछ सीख लिया होगा. Children these days grab fast, it's okay. And then he started saying that I want to go to Udaipur, I want to go to Udaipur. He was staying in Mumbai, he said I want to go to Udaipur. And the parents avoided it, bachcha hai, but he was very adamant to go to Udaipur and constantly started speaking Marwari different ways. Then they were shocked, neither I have coached them, no training, no school in Marwari, local language is Marathi. How come he is speaking Marwari? Then these professor, Jan Stevenson and the team came in and actually they heard of it. So they said that, okay, let's do one thing. Let's take him in the train to Udaipur, but we'll not say where we are taking. 3-year-old child, not very. So लेके चलते हैं. So train पे बैठ के बच्चा खेल रहा था अपना टाइम है ना मोबाइल से टिक या पता नहीं उस वक्त मोबाइल नहीं था. This is 1984 by the way. Sorry, mobile habit. What to do? So just before the first station, Udaipur was to come. Previous station, the kid said, looked at the window and said, Udaipur आ रहा है. And they were like shocked. How come he knows that Udaipur aa raha hai? I said, okay, fine, kuch hoga. And then they landed. It looked like a movie story, by the way. So the moment he came out of railway station, there was a tum-tum wala guy whose name was Rachu. Then this guy shouted, kid shouted, hey Raju, kya haal hai? In Marwari. Then that guy looked up and all like, whatever, right? And they were noticing, they were silently professor and the parents were noticing and they were, but shock happened when he took them to his own house. Okay, this is followed. Darwaza khula knock kiya and then one tall guy in 30s was there. तो उसको देखा and suddenly he grabbed. उसके पैर को पकड़ लेके हाइट तो उतना ही था ना. बोला बेटा कितना दिन हो गया तुमसे मिले. So that 30-year-old person was shocked to see कि बेटा किसको बोल रहा है. बोला कि और क्या हाल है. तो वो बंदा बोला कि फालतू का झांकी दे रहा है कोई भी कहीं से भी कुछ भी. So he was also shocked. Okay, fine. Then he heard about this entire pastime. Then okay, fine. My father and myself knew about one rifle where we used to keep. Can you show me in my house? They were like, okay. I went upstairs and there was a photo behind that rifle used to be kept. Or open kiya dekha ki the rifle is here. They were more shocked. Then professor asked that you tell me what work you used to do. I said, see, my name is Panna Lal Agarwal. I am the security officer in the museum in Udaipur. Okay, then let's go to museum. Then they went to museum. And he went to museum, 3-year-old child. He started saying that all these pictures you see in pictures, behind this picture there is a Khufia Rasta. Opened and showed there was a Khufia Rasta. Then there was Kerasin Lalten, he put and showed them how it can be burnt. Now if you hear this much Mataji Prabhuji, what you will think? Jadoo टोना है ना? And then he said this also, that somebody had poisoned him in the name of animosity and killed him, right? When he was Pannalal Agarwal in his previous birth. Now point is, Prabhuji Mataji, that 3-year-old child in a different body, Udaipur a different place, right? This body and this body, no connection at all. And this is one example. There are several examples across, not in India, across the world, by the way, right? गोली लगी है, गोली से मार दिया, जो अकस्मात मौत हो जाती है ना, you suddenly have these glitches, hard to understand. Somebody becomes ghost, somebody have these glitches where last memory persists. कभी कभी तो यहाँ निशान भी रह जाता है जहाँ से गोली लगी है. बच्चे का ना होता है ना, बर्थ मार्क है, वो निशान भी होता है प्रीवियस बर्थ का. We also face our old previous birth situation in our dreams. Some connection, like, oh, I am visiting that temple, never ever visited, but in dreams it's coming. Something is coming which has no connection with. Do you feel that way? How is that? So we also from previous birth have our some touch and feel. So there is another one called near death experience, Prabhuji Mataji. This cardiologist name Michael Sabam. He has written a book called Light and Death. And here also in Germany and some of the cases, we see that when patient is getting operated, cardiac surgery हो रहा है, and suddenly the patient comes out of the body and starts seeing कि चीरफाड़ कैसे हो रहा है. Okay, and then in this book he has written the story such that that patient actually later on explained the subtleties of the operation in such a way that he said that a medical class could be given, because they could easily come out and see and then went back in the body. In fact, one of the ISKCON devotees went through the surgery and he was all in anesthesia. When he got up, when he became normal, he slapped the doctor on the head, saying ki, when you are operating me, why you guys were discussing about baseball? Right? So such are the experiences which looks paranormal in nature, but it is very normal because of soul. Right? Sometimes borderline situations are there where transmigration doesn't happen properly. Sometimes you want to be suicide case, for example. Your death is planned by Krishna at certain stage, but you force yourself to commit suicide, which actually made you feel so attached to that present condition, negatively or positively, that you could not go to other body. Then you start searching yourself to get into some other body. Now in that movie, सिर ऐसे टेढ़ा हो जाता है, टांगे ऐसे उल्टी हो जाती है. All that is exaggeration, right? In the name of go, because that's how you get money, na? So they exaggerate and they exploit on your fear of failure. Fear पे exploit करते हैं हमारे directors. But ghosts are those kind of exceptions out there. So when you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, na, then vibration in your house, that transcendental vibration, all these negative energies automatically go away. It doesn't come to you. So that's you start seeing positivity in your life. That's why you start seeing success more in your life, because you find that transcendental vibration. That is important. Very quickly, last 2 minutes. There is an example of singing parrot. Okay, it was actually in a glittering gold cage and a queen used to maintain. But queen was so attracted to the gold cage कि वो gold cage का ही polish करती रहती थी पूरे दिन. My gold cage, my gold. And then she forgot to feed the parrot. And the parrot became weak one day and parrot died. So, insane queen blamed actually for God for that, जो हम लोग करते हैं. भगवान ने मुझे ये दुख क्यों दिया? भगवान ने मुझे ये दुख क्यों दिया? माता जी, प्रभु जी, बॉडी से अटैच रहे हैं आप लोग लगातार, तो दुख तो आएगा ही. It's like a queen who was polishing that gold cage. Instead of focusing on parrot, which was soul, she was focusing on that gold cage. Then parrot was automatically going to feel. So the pain or the cause of your suffering is that because we are focusing on body, we are superly attached to the body. So moral of the story is what? We are wrong in thinking that it's only the body which needs the care and nourishment, which all the corporate companies exploit, and in the name of डिमिनिशिंग बॉडी, बच्चा उठता है, तैयार होता है, उसके बाद ऊपर से फिर नीचे की तरफ ही जाता है. हम लोग बोलते हैं हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू, पता नहीं क्यों सेलिब्रेट करते हैं. इट्स लाइक -1 टू योर लाइफ यार. 1 year माइनस हो गया ना. इफ यू आर लिविंग 80 years then now 79, now that countdown has started. So what is happy birthday about it? Unless until you are a spirit soul, then you can say happy Krishna conscious birthday to you, may Radha Rani bless you. हम लोग ये गाते हैं. Why? Because we don't care about death or birth. We want to get out of the cycle of death and birth, and we want to go back to Lord Krishna, which is eternal. यहाँ रहना चाहते हैं या वापस जाना चाहते हैं? फिर से IIT का एग्जाम देना है माता जी, इंजीनियरिंग का, यहीं रहना है, निकलना है ना यहाँ से. तो ये सारे प्रोसेसेस हैं प्लेस में. Soul's need must not be neglected, है ना? And we will understand more why. Krishna's name is what will satisfy the soul. That is the ultimate lesson. So last but not the least, let's repeat after me. We are not human beings with spiritual experience. Say. We are not human beings with spiritual experience. But we are spiritual beings with human experience. Very nice. Last but not the least, I will repeat again. Treta, Dwapar, Kali Yuga, you know what we have to do. Sorry, Treta, Dwapar and Satyuga. And in Kali Yuga, what we have to do? Where are the weapons of chanting? There you go, right behind you. The malas, hai na? So that is the only hope for Kali Yuga by which you can get attracted to Lord Krishna, which will satisfy your soul. Then you will be detached to the body, and then sufferings will reduce, tolerance will increase, and you will become a happy mother, happy father, happy child, happy employee, happy boss. Happy, happy, happy. Happy-cious, happy-cious. Alright? So with that, we would like to conclude for today. I know it was heavy session, but I hope it was enlightening as well, considering all of us are engineers by nature. And this why is में थोड़ा सा मिला clarity, प्रभु जी माता जी? Yes या no? लग रहा है कि बॉडी ही अच्छा है. सोल के बारे में जानना क्यों है इतना? So you liked it? You got it what is soul? You got it what is body? Now Prabhuji Mataji, why this happens to me, karma, good karma, bad karma, comparison was the reason for the suffering and all. Later sessions you will hear more in depth with more sumptuous examples which will give you better clarity. Alright? So with that, I am open for feedback, question, tippanis, anything in mind. Got it Mataji? Heartbreak and all? Yes. Any questions? Yes, Prabhuji.
फीडबैक है कि नेगेटिव हमेशा नहीं अच्छा है फीडबैक. वी आर एंजॉयिंग योर सेशन. So we are really enjoying your sessions, and from day one, the way you have enlightened us on different aspects of life and how the body is. So I feel that we knew it somewhere, but the concepts were not very clear. So you are clearing it. And also I would like to appreciate one thing which you explained to somebody. I think it was not in this provision, but somebody asked a question. So I overheard it. So somebody was asking about the pain and their issue. So you, I think, explaining that you are looking at the body level. So I think that clicked somewhere when you gave me the kick. So where I was going wrong. So I really appreciate all your efforts, and I wanted to say that we are thankful for it. Thank you.
I am thankful, Prabhuji, to you. You have been an ardent listener, and and please pardon me for anything which I said which you felt bad about. I am here to serve Srila Prabhupada's mission, and Prabhupada says that anybody can preach. Okay, so hence could dare to sit and speak here, else we are not eligible to speak on Gita. We ourselves are in the struggling journey. Material world is tough. Anybody can get lured, anybody can fall, anybody can stand. So together, what is that? United you stand, divided you fall. So in the Satoguni set of groups, if you come, you keep coming, you keep milling among the Sattva, where you have a selfless commitment to Lord Krishna. है ना? Selfless नहीं है कि मेरे को ये चाहिए वो चाहिए. If you try to selflessly commit to Lord Krishna, you will get the higher taste, which you will not get in ACS restaurants. I mean, they will kill me for this. Hare Krishna. Any other question? Interest of time? Yes, Mataji. Your good name? Renuka Mataji. Yes, please.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Actually, this is a question which is haunting me from childhood. Actually, we are seeing after death of husband, like wife will become a widow.
Yeah.
It's a natural thing which will happen. But the thing is, I don't understand is like a woman from the start, like from her childhood only, she'll wear bindi, flowers. It's like there is reasons for scientific and traditions also. Like our parents will make us tell us like it's a good thing to wear all the ornaments. There is scientific reasons for them also. But the only things which will be added after marriage was like a bindi in our head, or some Mangal Sutra for us, and some things like anklets to our legs and all. Like if her husband dies, why the woman has to remove all her ornaments, bindis and all, and have to sacrifice everything for society, in sense of society, and they have to bear a lot. I'm sorry. Like they need to
Take time, Mataji. It's okay. I got your question. If you want to add more, it's okay. Otherwise, you want water, Mataji? Like it's there. Yeah. Somebody can just give her water, please. Thank you so much.
because I have experienced this from my childhood. Like I have seen many people around me, even in my family also. Like they need to face the situations in society. Like when they come in front of us, they feel bad, and they think that something will happen if those people will come. But I believe that a person's heart is good, everything will be good. Like it's not when they come, it will become bad. It's your fate. If you have to go and die in your place, even if she comes or not, it will happen. In either case, if you stay home also, it will happen. It's a fate for you. But why these people are making these things in this way? Like not even understanding. They have so much experience. They are very well experienced in the society, and they are much more aged than us. Like
Yes.
I'm 20 or 23 only. They are 50s and 60s. Still, they are not getting the simple thing. We only taught us the girl has to be like this. They has to be fully like decorated and has to be in a good way to be notified in the society. Then
Yeah.
why they are making these things complicated? Like, and why it's not applied to boys? Even they become widows, right? After a wife, but they enjoy a lot. They'll get married again. They'll go around. They'll roam around the society. Even they come also, it will be like okay, good only. Why this? I really didn't get this question.
No, very practical question, Mataji, and thanks for sharing publicly. It takes a lot of guts to share about something which you have been probably traumatized with in your life. First and foremost, again, it will be a big session if I go in that direction, but I'll try to be pointed and try to answer. Offline also we can connect, Mataji. See, one thing, Mataji, is for sure that earlier when husband used to pass away from this material body and wife used to wear white saris and this, it was purely out of love, right? That they loved husband so much कि उन्हीं के लिए श्रृंगार करती थी. अब जब husband नहीं रहे तो श्रृंगार का क्या मतलब है? But husbands were also of that caliber, right? They were like, see, in our old times, in stories you read, right, that the kings, they go to, when they are like 5-6 years old, they are sent to ashram, like children are sent to hostel these days. Gurukul. क्यों भेजते हैं? So that they live brahmachari life and they get all the nice qualities, है ना? And then they come back and rule the kingdom in a very rational way. Hence, Matajis and all used to sacrifice and send their nice, beautiful children like Ramji, Krishna, everybody was sent to the Gurukuls. Now, when they come back, they become a complete husband, leader for the society. So when, say for example, Sita Ma, है ना, जब राम जी को वनवास हुआ, तो सीता जी के पास choice था. She had a choice to stay in palace. But what she said, she was like from Janakpur, she was famous, opulent, but she chose to stay with husband in aesthetic life. Why? Because भगवान राम से वो प्यार करती थी, है ना, उन्हीं के चरण में उनका जीवन था. भगवान राम भी मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम. So it was compatible. Today, Mataji, Kalyuga, you are right, situation is such that we are playing the forcing function for Matajis to do that, while husbands are no more like Lord Ram. Hence, wife also don't want to do that today, and they are forced. So that's where those old rules and regulations which were suited in different yugas are not suiting today, right? Hence this pain, what you see. So white sari or this and that, shringar goes away, it looks very bad in isolation. लेकिन घर में अगर दुख का मातम है तो आपको क्या मूवी जाने का मन करेगा? कोई घर से चला गया है तो आपको पिक्चर देखने का मन करेगा? फेवरेट सीरियल खोल के देखने का मन करेगा? No. How come? It's overwhelmed. So when traumatic situation is there, and if husband is not committed to wife that way, झगड़े होते रहे हैं, and if he goes, then wife also doesn't feel that way, right? Hence second marriage happens both ways, even in modern society. Now that's where Mataji, all these things we cannot apply in Kali Yuga, very difficult, with so much of distraction and so much of bad association around you. कान भरते रहेंगे आपके, है ना? You आपको प्रताड़ित करते रहेंगे. You will be exploited left, right, center, बेचारी, 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 and all that stuff. Hence, very simple is Mataji that there is nothing called woman and men as per Krishna. We are all souls, है ना? Actually, we are all women. To be frank, only Purush is Krishna as per Shastra. Again, it's a different discussion. We are here to make Krishna enjoy, and in making Krishna enjoy, we automatically enjoy, which we don't target for. That's a beautiful relationship. So there is no difference between Matajis and Prabhujis, because this we are again seeing at bodily level, conflicting ourselves. You are also soul, you are also soul, है ना? So hence we have to focus on chanting Mahamantra Mataji, coming in this association, and try to get rid of that. And when you start doing that, automatically these pain points will start, Krishna will start handling. It will be there, but you will see, zoom out and see in a different way. Sorry Prabhuji, one more example. If you because Mataji was little pensive, if you see a house right now, it looks so big, isn't it? Big rooms, big apartments and all. When you go and start and you sit on plane, and when you travel, all these houses start looking like matchbox. Here looks big, from top it looks small. But problems are there, houses are still there. So when you are in Krishna consciousness, when you start chanting, when you start investing, when you start reading scriptures, all those problems will automatically become small like matchbox. Then you will not cry for those small problems which looks big today. You will cry for Krishna. Krishna, आप मेरे सपने में क्यों नहीं आते हैं? कृष्णा, आप मेरे पास क्यों नहीं आते हैं? कृष्णा, आप मुझसे बात क्यों नहीं करते हैं? कृष्णा, 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 कृष्णा. That is called transcendental problem. And what you said is material problem. Very nice question, Mataji. Take a long session, but I hope I answered. But thank you. So, interest of time, we will close the session here only. So once again, I'd like to call out Vanchakal.